Koala Cafe Shay!
Hello, welcome to Koala Cafe Shay. My name is Cafe Shay. I have another vlog for you because I'm heading to Oxford for a UNIQ, spelled UNIQ, residential with the University of Oxford for 5 days, and I'm going to vlog the experience. In the toilet cubicle at Paddington Station, there was this weird message that the CIA had organised 9/11 and Google Judy Wood if you wanted more information. So when we arrived at the station, we got taken by the ambassadors into our colleges. So, I've been allocated to Hertford College, which is like really near to that famous building, and it's got the bridge. If I can, I will insert pictures here. Just arrived in my room. I'm in staircase 5, and my first reaction was, oh wow, it's big. I'm going to do a tour now. Sink. Window. Bookshelves. Desk. Ooh, huge desk with a chair and a drawer and a little pin board. I named this little guy Al. Bed. Oh, bougie. More bookshelves. That thing. More shelves. Drawers. Clothes peg. There is a mini fridge. I've been given all of this stuff in my bag. I'm gonna fill up the water bottle now, but I need to run. The first group event we had was actually the welcome talk, and that was just about how the week would go. It was actually in a church. Then we walked to Keble College for a formal dinner, and the portions were tiny, but the food was incredible, and the vegan options weren't limiting at all. The theme for the entire UNIQ week was No Limits, and our No Limits challenge involved us in subject groups, running around Oxford, answering questions, and doing physical challenges.
Actually, Radcliffe, because that's the Radcliffe camera. I don't know.
Oh my god, that zoom is amazing.
It's like spy equipment.
Wait, isn't it? Where's the word?
It's above it. It's above.
Above. Okay.
Setting up some events.
Oh my god, that zoom.
Then our little anthem art group went to New College because we wanted to see the tree in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire where Draco gets turned into a ferret, and we just had a little look around, and one of the professors saw us and took us into the Fellows Common Room and actually showed us like a really old betting book.
This is 1933. Mr. Cassab bet Sir Hugh Allen one bottle of Veuve Clicquot that Herr Hitler will be bumped off by December 26, 1934.
That's it.
You're all in it now.
I don't know.
Our team went for a tour of New College so we can see the Harry Potter tree, and I will insert pictures here. Then we came back to college and played some card games, had a little rundown of what's going on tomorrow. It's about 10 o'clock. I'm going to head to bed. Oh, I also had 3 nosebleeds. Good morning. Such a lovely day. I woke up at 6:15. I did yoga pretty much straight away for like 10 minutes, and then I went into, then I brushed my teeth, and there is a story. Basically, I'm looking for the iron because this top is not ironed, and I want to iron it. So I was looking for the ironing board, and I went downstairs and there was this like vacuum cleaner downstairs at the bottom of the stairs. I thought, okay, it's going to be near here, and there was a door behind it, and I tried opening it. Basically, the fire alarm went off for like, it was literally like 1 second it went off, less than that. But I was like, that's not the ironing cupboard. closed it and ran back upstairs to my room. Yes, I didn't find the ironing board. I'm just packing my stuff that I need for today because we have to bring everything to breakfast.
After breakfast, we headed to the Institute of Anthropology and Archaeology, and this is where our lectures were for most of the week. And if we were early, we sat in the little common room as we are doing here. They had decorated it really nicely with loads of plants, and they also had beautiful plants outside to help the bees. Here is my timetable for the day. I forgot to show all the other days. So most days after our lectures, we would have a little coffee and biscuit break outside. After a couple more lectures, it was time for lunch, and we had lunch at Taylor's Deli pretty much every day.
And that one is more if you want hot coffee, but you can get food from both.
So that guy's head is in the way.
I'm warning you now, Taylor's food is kind of expensive, but it does taste good. UNIQ gave us $6.50 lunch vouchers, which we would pay with instead of money. Our next academic session was a talk at the Pitt Rivers Museum, where we were told about the labels that they use in museums and how the language might be outdated, or they might be worded in a certain way to make the person reading it think a certain way about these artifacts. It was actually incredibly interesting because I'd never considered these sort of things before. Next, at the Maths building, we had a talk about finance and a sort of freshers fair about what clubs Oxford has to offer.
Oh. Wait, what is that statue even doing? Guess who's just had yet another nosebleed? We're just sitting at dinner in Hertford, and then all of a sudden, I lean over quickly, and yeah, my nose is bleeding. So you know that's fun.
I can't actually remember what college this was at, but it was a session on how to write our personal statements with our Anth and Arc ambassador. Back at Hertford College, the Hexagon trio went into the college library to do some extra studying.
Hey lads, I'm not really sure where to stand, where the light is good. But basically we had a full day of lectures today. We had 4 lectures, and honestly by the 4th one I was just so exhausted. And then we went to the Pitt Rivers Museum, which is amazing, you should visit it. It's kind of a weird museum. They organise it by like stuff. So you have like, say a case full of flutes, but it's flutes from across the globe all together, not just like one country in one section, as a lot of museums tend to do. A really cool talk about the labels that they used in museums, which I'd never considered before, but it's actually insane. How a lot of the original labels were from like Victorian times, and it's a little bit racist, a little bit homophobic, and you're like, you can't say that nowadays. And how even nowadays, like the subtle language of it, like I don't know if you know about Benin, don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, the bronze. Basically, there's this place in South Nigeria, I think it is, and it was literally like the British came and stole all their really prized bronze. But it's a contested artifact because the people there want it back, but Britain is saying they were attacked first, so as punishment they went and stole these artifacts. So it's like got quite a lot of history and like tension between it, and so the label in the museum was saying Britain were attacked by these Benin soldiers, and in retaliation, because they stole all of this stuff, which questionable. The lectures were like proper uni style stuff, and it was 4 in one day. It was quite intense, but it was really cool, it was really fascinating. one of the guys was talking about the Jain religion, like whether it should be classified as a religion or a philosophy, and a little bit about their eating habits, because the whole theme for our Anth UNIQ is food and drink. So we had like, the first one was what is anthropology and archaeology, that's kind of basic. The second one was, I don't know, oh yeah, food beyond nutrition, so like how this lady, her field work is in Brazil, and how people eat, like eating as a communal thing, and to eat by yourself would be very, very weird. And if you ask someone, what have you eaten today, that would make someone feel anxious and nervous, because they'll think, oh, I haven't treated you well enough, I haven't treated you as a guest enough, because they haven't like welcomed you into their home with the food. Yeah, so that was really cool. And then the next one was like doing field work, and it's talking about this guy who wanted to look at Jains in Leicester, I think it was, so in England, and they were like second, third generation Jains, so they said go to India and actually study them, so that's how come he ended up going there. The next one was about teeth and what it tells us about what primates and humanoids, I can't remember. There's like humanoid, I don't know, bunch of words beginning with H and sounding vaguely like human. Yeah, so how you can tell by their teeth what kind of food they ate, but sometimes you can't. As much as it sounded great, don't really care about people's teeth. I was tired and I wanted to sleep. It is like 7:25. A fire alarm just went off. I literally just showered and put on my contacts. I was washing my face and creaming my face, and yeah, so we had to all run outside. Sorry, I'm just putting things away because I don't like a mess. Oh, am I about to get wet?
We went into the School of Archaeology and looked at some ancient charred fruit. Tailors for lunch yet again. Our next lab was at the chemistry building. Here is an old classroom. The guy was telling us about radiocarbon dating and stable isotopes. The next unique activity was sports in the park, and I played pickup sticks and cheat and ultimate frisbee, which wasn't very ultimate.
Hey lads, we've just had a really full day. We're about to have a interviews workshop, and then I think we have free time and then we go to bed. I'm going to try and get a little bit more of that essay done for Floria in the free time. 2 lectures and 2 labs. So one lecture is on contemporary archaeology, was amazing, and I was looking at like the items of homeless people and like refugees and what meaning they have, whereas it's different from now. And the lady was like so passionate about it, and she wants to learn about what these items mean and go to councils and say, look, you're implementing all these homeless policies, but they're not what homeless people or refugees actually want. I know what they want, and here it is. The first lab was really cool. We were looking at like hazelnuts and peas, and there was a whole date that was charred and preserved from like millions of years, probably not millions, like thousands of years ago, and it was so cool. And then the second one was like looking at the machinery that they do radiocarbon dating and they assess stable isotopes with. That was really confusing, and I had no clue what was going on.
Our interview talk was where they usually have the university exams. The evening activity was a group quiz, which my group won.
Good morning. Did yoga and I got ready. It's like 7:20 now. I have to be downstairs there for breakfast at 8 o'clock. I'm gonna put on my shoes in a second. I need to pack my bag as well. Today's my last full day of lectures. They were informative. Some of them were really fun as well. Some of them I had no idea what was going on. Someone in the anthropology and archaeology department just gave us these.
This is actually sewage from Herculaneum at the time that Vesuvius erupted. Casual tailors in a graveyard.
We've just had our last full day of Anth and Arc sessions, and today was honestly amazing. Like, all the sessions were so great and engaging. Microscope session was amazing. Microscopes are such good quality. I know, like, they belong to the University of Oxford, so they're going to be good quality, but they were incredible microscopes, and we got to like hold like Roman sheep and cattle jaws from Pompeii, from Pompeii and all of that, which is crazy. Like, when do you get to say, I held a sheep jaw from a sheep that was alive during Pompeii? When do you get to say that? That's so cool. Been clearing up my stuff and I put in contacts, got ready for the party. I've got like 15 minutes literally until I have to get going. But I thought I would quickly like document the stuff that I've been thinking about for my personal statement, EPQ, and the essay that I have to write for Floriette, because I've got some ideas, so I'm literally just gonna get up the essay or wherever it is, type in quickly what I need to do, and then that's it, 15 minutes. Nice and quick. Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hospital.
It's the
Bra
women's
party.
centre outpatient.
So it's a medical student's club.
Why don't you? Sophie, how was tonight?
It was good. I almost patted someone's hair.
Oh yes.
But I didn't.
What about you? What did I do?
I ran away
I ran around and I tried to help her pat someone's hair.
Yeah.
Very successful.
What have you said? What's so bad?
Rick Ashley, never gonna give you up.
Oh, that's not how it goes. Goodbye, Hertford Room. This is not my real handwriting.
Our penultimate academic activity was visiting the Ashmoleans Pompeii exhibit with one of the academics who actually created it. We thought we'd spice things up for the last day and go to Taylor's at the covered market. Then we all took our suitcases and walked back to the train station. Unfortunately, it was a boiling hot day, so a lot of the trains were cancelled.
Go. You make some new friends.